Hey there, this is Adam White, founder of Adam White Speaks and author of A Leader Others Will Follow, The Power of Influence. And today in this session, we're going to talk about 5 ways to improve your mental toughness. You know, a lot of our challenges in life, they start in our mind. They start when we try to overcome mindset and belief system. It could have been something someone has said to us and sowed a belief in our heart and in our mind. We don't believe that we're capable, or we don't believe we're good enough, or we're smart enough, or we're pretty enough. We feel challenged in our mind. So mindset is so very important. We have to develop a mental toughness, a mindset that will allow us to be overcomers and achievers in every area of our lives. So today I want this session to serve you well, and we're going to talk about 5 principles to develop your mental toughness. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is to fight for yourself. You know, not everyone is going to fight for you. Not everyone is going to believe in you. You have to be willing to fight for yourself. You got to fight for that dream if you really want it. You have to fight for that goal that you really want. You know, you're going to come against obstacles. You're going to run into roadblocks and things trying to block you from getting through. You're going to face barriers and things that stop you from wanting to achieve greatness. So you have to be willing to fight for yourself. You know, you have to become your own ally. You got to be the country that believes in yourself and the country that supports believing in yourself. You got to play the team of me here. So you got to be able to believe in yourself. You have to fight for yourself. Don't expect others to fill in the gap for you. Don't expect others to jump in and fight against those things. And you know what else? You also have to fight. Watch this. To protect the borders around your dreams. You got to be willing to defend the things that you want to achieve, because there's going to be people in life that are not going to believe in you. They're not going to support you. They're going to try to come against you. They're going to say, hey, it can't be done. You'll find people that because they haven't achieved their goals and they haven't achieved their dreams, they're going to try to sabotage what it is you're doing. And you got to be willing to defend the borders that you've set around your dreams. Don't let anybody inside your borders to try to stop you from greatness. So number 1, to developing a mental toughness and a strong mindset, you have to be able to fight for yourself. Don't expect anyone else to fight for you. When you develop a sense of fighting, you got to have that gladiator type of mentality. I'm not going to take it sitting down. I'm not going to just allow people to run over. I'm not going to allow people to tell me my dreams don't matter or my voice don't matter. Nothing counts. No, I'm going to stand up and fight for what I believe in. And that's how you will develop mental toughness. It won't matter what others say to you or try to denounce your belief system or come against you, because you're willing to fight for what you've worked too hard to get where you are. You've studied too many nights. You stayed up late for too long. You cried too many tears. And now you are not going to allow someone to take from you what you have built. That's how you develop mental toughness. So number 1 is to fight for yourself. That's an awesome principle. Let's talk about number 2. You must believe in the value of your own voice. Let me just slow down a minute to say that again. You have to believe in the value, the worth of your own voice. You know, esteem, it means to appreciate the worth of. Do you appreciate the worth and the value of your own voice? Let me tell you something. Your voice counts. Your opinion matters. Don't let anyone denounce your opinion. And watch this. You can get caught up in the voices of those around you and the opinions of those around you, that it will weaken your mental toughness, because now you take on the opinions of others. You take on the ideas and the thoughts of others, and you start following after what they believe in, but those are not your opinions. Those are not your belief system. You have been listening to the voices of those around you instead of listening to your own internal voice. You know, often the confusion that we have, why are we confused mentally? It is because we've been listening to external influences, external voices that have robbed us and stripped us of our own internal voice. So number 2, to strengthening your mental mindset, your toughness, is you have to be able to believe in the value of your own voice. You know, oftentimes when we follow behind what other people are doing, we follow someone else's voice. We allow them to speak for us. You know, with an election, we allow a politician to speak for us and tell us what we want and tell us what we need. But in your own life, you can't elect an official to speak for you. You can't elect someone to speak for you. You have to find the value and the quality and the beauty in your own voice. So I encourage you today, in order to build up your mental toughness and to be able to repel thoughts that would break you down and cause you to become weak, you have to be able to find the value in your own voice. So number one is fight for yourself. Number two is you have to believe in the value of your own voice. Now here's number three. This is a common one and you've heard it before, but we often don't think about this. Number three is simple. Don't compare yourself to others. Now I know what you're saying. Adam, that's a simple concept. I've heard it a million times. I don't compare myself. But do you really take inventory of that statement? Do you really not compare? Do we take a peek over into what others are doing and allow that to sabotage our success? Did you know that comparison is a hidden cancer that eats us away one look at a time? Let me say that again. Comparison is the hidden cancer that eats us away one look at a time. Every time we take our eyes off of our goals, every time we take our eyes off of what we're trying to accomplish, we take a peek over what others are doing, it can weaken our strength. It can weaken our mental toughness. Now we begin to think differently. We don't see the value in our voice anymore because we're too busy concerned about what someone else is doing. If you're a speaker, are you peeking at what other speakers are doing and saying, I'm not good enough? If you are a writer, are you looking at what others writers have written and said, you know what, my voice on this page is simply not good enough? Are you looking, if you're a CEO, are you looking at another CEO and say, well, he's doing this in this company, and I don't know if I have what it takes to make my company be what it needs to be? It doesn't matter what position you're in or what role you're playing in life. You cannot compare yourself to others. Comparison will destroy you. Do you know that jealousy and envy are energy stealers? Wow. Let me say that again. Jealousy and envy are energy stealers. You know, it takes energy to be jealous of someone, checking their Facebook and watching their Twitter and following what they're doing and then becoming envious and jealous of what they are doing. It takes energy. It will rob you. Jealousy and envy will rob you of energy that you can be using to build your own dynasty, that you can be using to build your own career and your own goals. So are you using jealousy and envy and allowing it to rob you of your energy? Are you exhausted at the end of the day because you were concerned about what others were doing? You were comparing yourself to someone else's success. Don't use comparison as a baseline for success. If you want to be mentally tough, if you want to develop strength in your mind, stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing. Focus on your goals. Focus on your dreams. Write on your own timeline. Create your own memories, create your own dreams, and create your own success. Now here's number 4. Don't be afraid to take risk. Oh man, this is powerful. Again, a simple concept, but we don't really apply it. When it's time to cross over the border, you know, everything that we want to do is on the other side of fear. The only thing that separates you from your goal, the only thing that separates you from starting that business, the only thing that separates you from getting that promotion, the only thing that separates you from successful relationships is fear. It is a bridge that we have to cross, and fear is often standing in front of the bridge and saying, don't go any further. It is our own fear that holds us back. So number 4 is you can't be afraid to take risk. You can't be afraid to step outside of the box of normality and conformity and go along with whatever everyone else is doing. You got to be able to break out of your shell. You got to be able to say, hey, I'm going to take a risk here. It might cost me something, but it's worth the effort. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to put full effort to what I'm doing. Look, for number 4, if you want to build mental toughness, you can't have fear. You can't be mentally tough and be afraid at the same time. It can't dwell together. So either you're going to be afraid and you're going to shrink back, or you're going to walk in faith and approach what you need to approach. Approach those dreams. Approach those goals. Don't be afraid to take that risk. You know, oftentimes you have time to fail and recover from that failure and go on and try something else until you find success. But if you hold back and live in fear and you say, I'm never going to take a risk, you will never know what you're going to miss until you try. You know, when we die, when life has drawn to a close, when we have reached the end of ourselves, and we've reached the end of life, the only thing that we will regret are the things that we were afraid to try. We weren't afraid to take risk in our life. We played it safe. We played it so-called safe. We followed along in a normal pattern. And when life comes to a close, we look back and we wish we had taken risks. We wish we had dreamed a little bit bigger. We wish we had took more action towards our goals and our dreams. You don't have to be there. If you're watching this video, you're alive. You have breath and you're living right in this moment. Don't be afraid to take risks. If you want to develop a mental toughness, learn to take risks. Now here's number 5, and I'm going to let you go. Number 5 is to master your physiology. In order to have mental toughness, we miss this so often. We have to master our physiology, our physical, our body. We have to engage our body in exercise and physical movement that then engages the mind. You know, you can't overcome obstacles with a weak body. You can't fight against the challenges that life throws at you with sickness and disease in your body. You have to be able to master your physiology. And it's been proven by science, by neuroscience, and by doctors that when you exercise, you engage cells in the brain. You get the brain to start moving, and you engage the metabolism. Everything gets moving when you get that body up and moving. When you get that body in gear. And guess what? Don't fall for the trick that you need a health club program. You need 20 people to work out with you. No, just put your gym shoes on and start walking. Get on that treadmill. Take that walk outside. Walk the dog. Do whatever you have to do to get that body in gear. And I promise you, you will be able to develop mental toughness like you've never seen before. All because you've learned how to master your physiology. You have to be healthy. You have to operate with a strong body. Without a strong body, you will experience weakness. So again, number 5 is master your physiology. Again, let me go through them once more. Number 1, fight for yourself. Don't expect someone else to hand it to you. Don't take it sitting down. Develop that gladiator mentality for life. Become tough. Fight for what you want. Fight for your dreams and protect the borders around your dreams. Don't let anyone steal or rob you of what belongs to you. Number 2, believe in the value of your own voice. Don't let the voices around you drown out the value and the significance of your own voice. Here's number 3, don't compare yourself to others. Again, a simple concept, but search your heart. Search how you act. Search your decisions. Are you making decisions based on what you're seeing someone else do? Are you making decisions based on you feeling like you have to compete? You know what? You don't have to compete with anyone. You're unique, and no one can be better at being you than you. So there's no need for competition. Just be the best version of you. So number 3, don't compare yourself to others. Number 4, don't be afraid to take risks. Again, if you always play it safe and you stay in the box, you will always struggle to reach greatness. So don't be afraid to take risks if you want to build up mental toughness. You got to go through some challenges and overcome them to know what it feels like to have victory. You know, you can never have a testimony without a test. You can never have victory if you've never been in a battle. So you got to learn how to not be afraid to take risks. And finally, number 5, master your physiology. I hope that speaks to you today. Someone who may is not working out, or they're struggling with health issues, or look, you can overcome those by starting to work on your physiology. Start today. Lace up your gym shoes. Go out and take that walk in the fresh air. Exercise. Do some stretches. Focus your mind. And I promise you'll develop mental toughness when you learn to master your physiology. Fight for yourself. Believe in your value and of your own voice. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't be afraid to take risks, and master your physiology. This is Adam White. I hope this has served you well. If you want to hear more great teaching like this, be sure you join my blog, my Influential Leadership blog. Come and visit me at adamwhitespeaks.com, and I want you to join. I send out great videos like this every single week, right delivered to your email box. You don't want to miss them. They're awesome and they're life-changing. So I hope this has served you well. This is Adam White. I'll see you next time. Take care.